What's going on, y'all? Having me a little snack. I get these from the dollar store. These boys are so good. No dairy, gluten free, cholesterol free, fat free, and only 5 milligrams of sodium. So that's damn good for my cholesterol. Anyway, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. I am Jay. This is Jay's Life Out Loud, a channel about nothing, but it's about something. I don't know if I said that already, but you know, my channel is a little bit about everything. So, depending on what I titled this video, y'all already know what's going on. If y'all hear hammering and knocking in the, banging in the back, putting a new roof on the house. It's down the street, but I'm gonna give you an opportunity to clear the room for my elders that know me. I might get a little explicit talking about what my subject today. If you read the title, you probably already know what we're talking about. If you got kids in the room, you might want to send them out or watch this video later. If you get easily offended, you may not want to watch this video. So I'm gonna give you a minute. Oh, good, y'all clear? No problems. So today I want to talk about sex and communication. The lighting is not good where I'm at, but so sex and communication. These are two big things to me in a relationship. And I'm pretty sure in a lot of people's relationship. And I don't care if you're a man or a woman. If you one of them people, you either a freak, you need it on a constant basis or a consistent basis. If you use sex, if sex is that's your love language is sex. Also, if it is it's like a hug that you need from your mate. It's like a stress reliever that you use instead of smoking cigarettes or whatever the case may be. You need your sex. So we could talk about relationships. I'm not talking about beginning relationships. I'm not talking about when it's just the beginning of a relationship and y'all all lovey-dovey. I'm talking about you into it. You 2-3 years into this relationship. Some of y'all might be a year in or whatever. But a lot of times what can happen is at the beginning of the relationship, the moon and the stars can collide every time y'all lay down. I mean, it's 4th of July every time y'all get in the bed. Every time y'all do the horizontal mambo, it's just, you know, your toes curl, you know, you're putting each other to sleep. You know, back then, at the beginning, it don't matter who's going to sleep in a wet spot. You know, get a towel, put it over it, whatever the case may be. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So, I say that to say this. Don't let nobody tell you that sex is not important in a relationship. Especially if you have a healthy relationship. You guys communicate, you go out, you enjoy each other's company, whether it's in the house, outside of the house, whatever the case may be, and you're in a relationship. Everybody has their love language. One person's love language might be gifts. They might like to receive gifts. Another person's love language may be they like, what do they call it? Um, their gift is for you to do things for them. Oh, I like it when you rub my back. I like it when you rub my feet, or I like it when you take out the trash without me asking, or cut the grass without me asking. I like the way that you actions of love. I like the way that when I'm come home, my clothes and underwear are already washed and you fold them or whatever. And that could be a man or a woman doing it. Hey. So we got that. And then some people, sex language is, I like it when I'm in the shower and you come in there and you do something special for me. I like it when you wake me up out my sleep. I like it here. I like it there. I like it everywhere. You know what I'm saying? We not gonna exclude nothing when it comes to sex. But I think that is something that needs to be talked about, because if you have a partner with a high sex drive, they need it. Believe me, they need it. And what tends to happen is, if you neglect that person, it could be because you're busy. Could be because you got a lot on your schedule. It could be kids running around the house. It's not the right time. When before y'all first got together, the situation might have been different in time. The timing might have been on, and the job wasn't that stressful. But over time, things have changed, and when things change, moods change. Sometimes we get fellas, we can get to the point where we don't do those things that we did when we first started the relationship. We don't do foreplay like we used to. We don't do the romantic gestures. We don't set the mood. And anything that you start doing, you got to continue to do. Because if you started that way, you can't expect your partner, whether man or woman, because sometimes it's the man that starts that way, and sometimes it's the woman that starts with the romantic evenings and the lingerie and this and that, and then that falls off. Then it's going to be a problem, because that man or that woman is going to be expecting you to continue what you started. So, with that said, what'll happen on the other end, that person is not receiving their love language, they'll begin to think other things. You may be just busy or just tired from your day, but they thinking that person doesn't love me the same. They don't find me attractive. Did I lose my mojo? Did I lose my, that attraction? Are they attracted to somebody else? And a million, just like they tell you that faith the size of a mustard seed. If you don't get on, Mr. B, faith the size of a mustard seed can conquer anything. Just imagine the other way. If you plant a mustard seed is planted, it grows into something way bigger in the mind than it really is. And that also goes with the communication. If you don't communicate what's going on, both the person that's feeling that way and let their partner know, I'm feeling a certain way. Hey, I don't know what's going on, but I need to know. Just like the other partner, hey, I've been busy. It's a lot going on. I haven't felt sexual. Sometimes you get in a relationship and that person I've heard women say this, I just don't have a sexual appetite. Don't love my man less, don't blah, blah, blah. It's just not there. I've heard women that say they have to force themselves to start sex with their husband, to initiate, because they just don't, or boyfriend, they just don't, it's not there. They get older. I know women's body go through a lot more than men's body do. Most of the time, man, if you ain't got a bad hip or you ain't jacked up or whatever, normally if you ain't in depression, you ready to go. So sex can be a key part in a relationship. Let's see where we're gonna go from here now. So we got the sex part down. That if that's that person's love language, they definitely need it. They definitely want it. Now, I used to be the type of guy, and we just being real here, that if I wasn't getting it at home, after a while, and I got tired of it, and emotionally I felt like I wasn't needed anymore, or I didn't feel wanted, I would find somebody that, you know what I'm saying? It's easy on both sides, because if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, and you say, well, I don't think sex is, yes, it is. If you're not doing the things that you should do with your mate, that's the air conditioning kicking on, y'all. If you're not doing what you should do with your mate, what's going to happen? What can happen? I'm not saying all the time, because we have faithful people, and then we have people that they're going to get what they got to get. There is always a man or a woman that's there at the job, at a store that your partner always goes to, at a car wash, at an oil change place. These people can be in the weirdest places that you would never think that your mate would connect with that person. It could be somewhere that they have a bill that they go pay in person, and next thing you know, a little flirting goes on. They go in there next time, and the person is there, and they listening, and ain't nobody in the office, and blah, blah, blah. I've seen it happen. And next thing you know, and I'm not saying that you have to have sex with your partner because you feel like they may step out. But if you listen to me, and I'm telling you, you listen to the part when I told you there are emotional things that are connected to you having sex, or you and your mate having sex in that intimate time alone. And if they start feeling like I'm not attractive anymore, and you got this other person that's in their ear, and they singing sweet love songs. I mean, they you know, he over there with your girl singing Keith Sweat. You sound good. You know, she over there with your husband. She bring him lunch to work. He said words, something he liked, she bringing it. Conversation. Ooh, she should do better than that. I don't know why. If you was my man. Women and men that's listening to my voice, you know what I'm talking about. Women, you know it's a guy at work or a guy somewhere that flirts with you every time, and if he don't flirt, he's being as sweet as possible to you every time. I don't care if, woman, you going in to get your oil change, you know how much your oil change is, and he decides he gonna give you an oil change 50% off, 40% off. Me and the wife went out last night, went up to the bar. I think my drink was 10 or her drink was 10, and then the other one was 9. So when her cousin went and got the same drink, the guy charged her $4. And my wife asked, was he flirting with? She said, yeah. She said, that's why you got the drink for $4. So I'm just saying, be cautious of your relationship at all times. Be, what's the word? Cognitive. Y'all know what I'm saying. Of what's going on. Don't be naive and think this woman is going to walk around with no attention, no love, no nothing. And some women do, some men do. But a lot of times what ends up happening is somebody else is going to be there. And I'm not saying this is something that happens over a month, over a year, over 2 years. Sometimes people will be 10 years into a marriage before they do something like that, or in a relationship before they like, look, I need more. You're not giving me the attention. And the guys, you know, sometimes it's the guy, and the guy be working 12, 13 hours a day, 7 days a week, and he's tired. Or a woman. And what we have to do is we got to put in that vacation day or those vacation days and take that time off. I don't care. You might have to put if she off on this day, say, well, babe, I'm going to take a half a day. If he off on this day, well, I'm going to take a full day, and we're going to spend the day together. You know, the kids at school, it'll give us time to be us. I don't care if y'all want to lay around the house and, you know, have sex back to back. Get it in. Now, everybody wants to be wanted. Nobody wants to chase you down for love, for sex, for the poo nanny, for the milkshake, for the whatever you want to call it. Nobody wants to chase you down. Sometimes they want to be approached and you know, and rubbed on and touched on and get me in the mood and this and that. Sometimes the other person wants the same thing. It has to be reciprocated. You know what I'm saying? And a relationship is work. If you don't know about it, if you don't know a relationship is work, you ain't in one, or yours ain't going too good. You know. And I understand letting things happen organically and all that, but it still work. Ain't nothing, you know. It still work. So now, I don't know if you as freaky as your mate. I don't know if you doing the things that your mate like. She may want you to tie her up and spank her, and you don't feel comfortable with that. You got to meet somewhere in the middle. But whatever it is, y'all need to work on it. Don't ignore it. Because you ignore it, it'll be like a bill you ignoring. They'll turn the lights out. It's not always easy to achieve these things, but at least let your partner see that you're putting in the effort. Because love is an action word. So if you love me, you'll put action to your words. If you find me attractive, you're going to put some action down there, if you know what I mean. So, you know, with me and my wife, you know, I'm honest with anybody. I know I'm no holds bars when it comes to mine, because I'm going to make sure I'm doing the best job possible that I could do. I'm trying to please you to the point of tap out. And I believe that, you know, one time I was at work, and this was at my old job, and we were in the cafeteria talking. I don't know if it's cafeteria or on the line talking. I want to say the cafeteria. It don't matter. We was talking about it. And it was the women, this one particular woman was talking, and the other women was about 3 other women. They agreed. And the lady said, before my man leaves the house, I try to drain him dry. You know, she said I was there eating, and they're eating like, good Lord. That's what I'm talking about. Drain me dry. Leave me at work. I don't want to be at work like this. You ain't get no sleep last night? Nope. Nope, I ain't get no sleep last night. Lord knows I didn't get no sleep. The Bible says a man find a woman, a wife, he find a good thing. So I'm telling you, I tell her, and that's what I would tell a woman: drain your man. Men, it ain't always easy, but Drain your woman. Try to do everything that you can so nobody outside the house can penetrate that. Now, mind you, it's a morals thing that person has to not want to cheat and stand on that ground and feel like, hey, if I want to cheat, I'm gonna leave. Now, the reason I'm saying this, I've been on both sides of the fence. Now I'm old enough to know that I have a good woman at home, and there's no need for me to cheat. So I play it like this. I was a hoe in my first marriage. I'm gonna let that sink in with y'all. You wasn't about to tell me no. You tell me no in my first marriage. I was like, okay. See you in a minute. But that's why that marriage didn't work. Part of the reason. It played a part of it. So I tell you this. Find your, how can I say it? Go on a sexual journey with your partner. Try new things with your partner. You'll learn what you like, what you don't like. You can say you don't like something, but if you never tried it, how do you know? I mean, some things, I know I don't like being shot. I ain't never been shot, and I don't want to be shot. So that's a given, but you understand what I'm saying. So don't push it that far, but be able to try new things. I don't suggest, me personally, I've never done this in a marriage, bring somebody else in, because I think that can bring its own challenges on its own. That is for some people. It ain't for me, but that's between you and yours if y'all get down like that, but it ain't for me. Now, if I was single and I was out here, maybe, we can tag team back again, check it. But yeah, sex is very important, and don't be in the bedroom and you have an adventurous partner, aka freaky as hell, and you won't try nothing, won't do nothing new. Both of y'all, if she wants you to get some draws with with the penis hang out, or it's just hanging there. If she wants you to get some what's them latex suits, do it y'all in the room. And if he asks you to put some high heels on, some lingerie, a teddy, do it. Both of y'all give a little bit. That's between y'all, especially in a marriage. That's between y'all. Dress up a little bit, role play. You go in the bar, she let your wife go in the bar, you come in there and try to holler, whatever. It may sound corny, but it'll be something new for you. It may put the spark back in a relationship. It may raise that sexual attraction. You want to keep it going, because even with me, I don't want to be laying down the same stroke. I don't want to be eating it just the same way. I want to create something new. You know what I'm saying? I might have you lay on the bed, and from one perspective, I can have you lay on the bed and have everything that make a banana split and let you be the ice cream. Or I can let you come out of the shower and have some hot oil waiting on you and rub you down from head to toe. But it's the effort that goes into it. And as a man doing it for my wife, I would ask that my wife do the same thing for me without me having to ask, that go out on your own, the strength of your own, let me do something nice. You know what I'm saying? Trips are nice, to be able to get outside your comfort zone. I believe in vacations, what you call a vacation, B-A-E-cation. is you don't have to leave the state that you're in, but what you can do, you can leave the city that you're in, or and get a hotel room and decorate the hotel room. You can do flowers all the way around, fellas. It's so much stuff at the dollar store that you can go get. You can go get little candles. You get you enough candles from the dollar store. You put them around. You know what I'm saying? If they got little hearts or balloons, the little red heart balloons, you buy you a couple of those. Spend your good $20, $30. They got the fake rose petals. You can also do that. If you don't want to do the fake rose petals, this is for women too. If you don't want to do the fake rose petals, y'all, you don't have to go to no flower shop and spend $30, $40 on no roses. You can go to Kroger's. Sometimes Aldi's, your local grocery store. You can buy a dozen, okay? So you're going to buy a dozen. Sometimes at Kroger's, they'll have that person at that desk by the flower. And they will take them out of that plastic that come with it, and they'll wrap it and do it up nice for you for free. For free. I've had it done. And they'll even spray them, add a little sparkle to the flowers. Then, here's the kicker. You're going to buy you a second pack of dozen of roses. And those dozen of roses are going to be to pop the top off and make your rose petals. Make a rose petal heart on the bed in the hotel room. If you can get a hotel room with, let's say, that has a kitchenette in it, and you can actually cook, a stove, refrigerator, blah, blah, blah. You get that room, you buy, you take doing it on a Saturday or a Friday. Friday, you took the day off and you getting all this ready, and you letting her know that, we doing something tonight, so don't make no plans on such and such date. And you get that room, and it may take you all day. You may have only an hour to get it ready or whatever. But what you want to do is you want to write you a list. You get all this stuff together. Okay, you got them 2 roses. You got the dozen roses you're going to give her. You got the dozen roses that you're going to break down for the rose petals that go through the room, on the bed, around the tub. You got your little candles that you bought from the dollar store. They don't have to be scented. They just be able to be light and not catch nothing on fire. So you put that together. You worried about a meal. There are 9 out of 10 in the Kroger's or Sam's Club, Aldi's. There are places that you can buy pre-made meals, and all you got to do is stick them in the oven. Now, you got to stick with what you know. And if you can't do that, what you can do is you can go somewhere and buy meals. You can get the plates from the dollar store. A lot of those hotel rooms, they got the kitchen. They got all the silverware and everything in there. You get you some, you wash them dishes up. You set the table. You get your tablecloth, dollar store. Large candle, dollar store. Glasses, 9 out of 10, they already got them. You set that table up and you be romantic, women and men. It doesn't take a lot. You can do that. I mean, hotel room probably gonna cost you $150. Probably catch one for $100. The rest of the stuff can, if you want to condense it down to $50 and that's what you want to spend, then you do it around that budget. But yet still, it's the thought that counts. You're going out your way to do something nice for your partner. I think too, going out to dinner is cool. There's nothing wrong with it. But if you want to be intimate, because you got that room for one night and you want to take it from the dinner table to the other dinner table, if you know what I mean, where the dessert is going to be served, if you know what I mean, you can do it that way. But you have so many ways to get romantic ideas. You got YouTube, you got Pinterest, you got all these different things that you can Google to set up a room. And you don't have to spend what they spend. If they went out and bought $500 worth of this or whatever, you can do it on a budget. Make a plan, fellas. Don't tell her about it. Just, go with it. If you need help, you need more advice, leave a comment below. I'll do the best I can. So, that is very important as far as the sex thing goes. Finding your woman or your man's love language. What really gets them going? What gets their heart pumping? What do they love? What makes them happy? That's important. And if you can't sit down, we're gonna come off the sex and we're gonna go into communication. If y'all cannot sit down and calmly Look that word up, calmly. Calmly have a conversation about feelings, uh, emotions, what's going wrong, what's going right. If you can't have a conversation and tell this person that I love you, uh, if you can't have a conversation and say to this person, I really like what you did for me. I really appreciate that you took out the trash. I really appreciated that you gave me that back rub last night. I really appreciate A, B, C, whatever the case may be. Be considerate of that person. But if you also need to communicate, that's the key. Communication in a relationship is the key to everything. You go do something, or you did something or said something, you don't explain why beforehand. That can be a problem with some people. Now, we only speaking of two subjects in a relationship. There could be all types of stuff, trust, you name it. But we just talking about two: sex and communication. Communication and sex. So communicate. I think a lot of things can be, a lot of BS can be squashed by communication, by telling how you feel, not expecting somebody to read your mind, not expecting somebody just to know because they know you. Things change, people change. You didn't like tomatoes when they first met you, but y'all went to a restaurant and the tomatoes was made and added some different season. You found out what the season was. Now you like them, but your mate don't know. So you say, they look at you when you eat tomatoes, I thought you didn't like tomatoes. Don't get upset. Just communicate. Say, no, we went to such and such. They made them different, and made the chicken different or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Communicate. Communication is not just about the small things, not just about the big things. Sometimes it's the things in the middle. Communication is telling somebody, hey, I understand that you like to watch football. I understand that you like to watch soap operas, but do you think during this time that we could do blah, 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 I could use your attention, or I could use your help doing this because I know that my work schedule is like this, or your work schedule, or with the kids being, whatever the case. Communicate. So many times in relationships, I have held things in and waited, and either found out by just, when I blow up, like, well, if you would have said something, I would have did, or, oh, I didn't think you wanted me to, because I was looking at you and you would be, you never know. That person didn't communicate what they thought. You didn't communicate what you thought. Now y'all ain't communicating. So communication. Your likes, dislikes. These birds doing something freaky with this low flying and all that. But communication. I'm gonna let y'all go on that. But understand, those two things are very important. Sex and communication. Don't leave your mate out here hanging where they feel they have to go communicate with somebody else so they can get that off their chest, and that somebody else is feeling them and tries to pull them in. Don't let your mate feel like they're unattractive because you've been too busy or got too much on your mind, or you're just not thinking about sex at all. These things need to be talked about, and understand that love is an action word. It's not what you say about how you feel, but it's about what you do about what you feel. I ain't gonna, I'm not gonna keep getting on your head, but but sometimes you gotta get on his head. Take it how you want it. But I love y'all. Those that are in a relationship, I wish y'all the best. Communicate, have great sex, enjoy each other's mind, body, and soul and partnership. Those that are looking, women, try to stop going out in cliques. A man is more likely to talk to a woman by herself than he is, not all men nowadays, but if she's by herself in a comfortable place where you feel safe, and it's not a lot of you girls around, and that's intimidating to some men. Or a man may put perception on it that, oh, that's what she gonna be doing every night, hanging out with her girls. I don't need a woman like that. Sometimes go out by yourself. Just try it. Men, stop going to the same places. If you're not meeting a good woman on a dating site or wherever you're going, go to different places. Hang out with your mama for a weekend on a Saturday. Ask her what she doing. 9 times out of 10, your mother is going to where them women at. You'll be surprised on how many women you see in Target on a Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. Women love Target. You'll be surprised on how many women you see out at Macy's. So a lot of times you have to go outside of your normal routine. Go to a different bar, go to a different restaurant, sit around, look, peep the vibe. That's the same thing that goes for women. If you're used to dressing a certain way, if it's really provocative and you're not finding that type of woman, men, if you dress a certain way and try something different. Try to go a little bit different and see if it changes who approaches you. For men and women, and I know for me, a lot of times going out, that I can have a real. My wife says you look mean, or that look like don't fuck with me. Sometimes we gotta add a little. Come in looking pleasant. Something. Work it out. Work that smile out in the mirror, that you're not walking out the house or walking into an environment where you want people to speak to you, but you're not looking approachable. Sometimes we have to check ourselves and see, if I've been in this relationship, and 7 people have told me the same thing about me, maybe it's true. Maybe I need to check that. Maybe I need to draw it in and hold it for a minute to see if something different comes out of it. Sometimes we need to let go of everything that we had happen to us by somebody else and let that go, and don't punish the next person for what that person did. I can go on and on about, but I pray that everybody finds somebody and can find happiness in a relationship. A relationship is work. You just got to be willing to do the work. Love y'all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, share the videos. Y'all know we just passed 500. I'm happy about that. I thank you for everybody that joined. Some of y'all joined just because y'all watch my shorts. If you haven't watched the shorts, go watch the shorts. If you haven't been in the community page, check out the community page. I'll do more posts in there. Become part of the family. You know, leave messages, comments. I welcome all comments, even the negative ones, because I don't do nothing but delete them. So if you want to hate, bring it on. And if you watch my videos all the time, please leave a comment. It helps the algorithm. It helps me. It's encouraging. If I've been encouraging to you, encourage me, because I need it. A lot of times I make these videos and it's about what I'm going through. A lot of times I make these videos, I'm pouring my heart out, and I at least would like somebody to say, hey, you helped me, or, oh, that was a good talk, bro, or whatever. So, like I say, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell to notify you. If you are on YouTube and you're not able to subscribe, all you have to do is make up an email, make your email address, and whether it's Google, Hotmail, Yahoo, whatever, and then start use that email to open up a YouTube account so you can subscribe, so you can comment. There's plenty of videos on here on how to do that if you have to, for some people that are not tech savvy. But I'm gonna holler at y'all to the next one. Love y'all.